17 games into her WNBA career, and Caitlin Clark has exceeded almost all expectations set for her. Despite several doubts, her skills and fame have since translated into the WNBA. Anyway, join me as I walk you through the things LeBron James tried to warn us about Caitlin Clark, because she is now everything he warned us about several years ago. The Rookie of the Century. Did you know that this season, Caitlin Clark has been more accurate from 30-plus feet than Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Luka Doncic? She is the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 250 points and 100 assists. The only rookie in WNBA history not named Cadence Parker to have multiple games with 30-plus points, 5-plus rebounds, and 5-plus assists. If there was ever someone who is generational, it's definitely Caitlin Clark. The rookie has taken the league by storm, and far from her impressive stats is her influence on the league itself. For the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever guard had a record 2.45 million viewers tuning in to watch her be the first overall pick. To put it into perspective, the 2023 WNBA Finals, the most watched WNBA series in 20 years, only averaged 728,000 viewers on ESPN. The average number of viewers for WNBA Countdown's whole season has increased by 211% since she was drafted to 741,000 this year. Games starring Caitlin Clark have broken WNBA viewership records for 6 TV networks. This year's televised WNBA games are averaging 1.32 million viewers, nearly triple last season's average of 462,000. You should know that CBS Sports reported almost 3 million viewers for the matchup between Fever and the Chicago Sky, making it the most watched WNBA game of any network in 23 years. However, it is not just television ratings that are going up because of Caitlin Clark. She's also filling arenas as well. Compared to last year, attendance in the WNBA is up 156%, and more than half of all WNBA games this year have been sold out. The WNBA's Atlanta Dream typically play in a 3,500-seat arena. However, when they face Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever, they moved their game to the nearest NBA arena, and the game was sold out. Almost 18,000 fans were in attendance. That's 5 times the Atlanta team's typical WNBA home arena capacity and a franchise record. The fame and talent to match it, and there is no denying that Caitlin Clark is one of one. The one-of-a-kind player NBA superstar LeBron James tried to warn us about. LeBron James warning.
Clark over Horston, hits a three. Wheeler finds Clark from the logo.
Fever looking for numbers. Clark to Wallace. Back to Clark. Shovel pass. Ball.
Clark has space. He's going to let it fly.
Before Caitlin Clark ever made it to the WNBA and caused this huge impact, she was tearing up the NCAA, and LeBron took notice. Obviously, it was in college that many NBA fans saw her play for the first time. Nonetheless, she had always been red hot before college and even earned a comparison to Steph Curry since high school. We're talking about a talent who had a 60-point game during her junior season in high school, setting a state single-game record with 13 three-pointers. In her junior year, Clark was the top scorer in the state, averaging 32.6 points, 6.8 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and 2.3 steals per game. In her senior year, she averaged 33.4 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2.7 steals per game, leading the state in scoring for a second consecutive year. Anyway, fast forward to college, and she was nothing short of phenomenal. We're talking about a freshman basketball player who set a record with 37 assists during the Big Ten tournament. In just her first year of college basketball, she shattered the NCAA tournament single-game records for points and three-pointers. Her total points, assists, field goals, and three-pointers led Division I in her rookie season. In her sophomore year, she became the fastest Big Ten player to reach 1,000 career points and became the first women's player to lead Division I in points and assists per game in a single season. Later in her junior season, she made history when she became the first player in the NCAA men's or women's tournament history to record a 30 or 40-point triple-double and the first with consecutive 40-point games. Her 191 total points were the highest by any player, male or female, in the NCAA tournament. And her 60 assists were the most by any player in the history of the women's tournament. Well, fast forward to her senior season, and she never stopped breaking records. I mean, what would you call someone who is the NCAA Division I all-time leader in points? We are talking about both men's and women's tournaments. Caitlin Clark holds the records for most points, assists, and made three-pointers in the NCAA Women's Tournament. She is the first player in NCAA Division I history to lead their conference in points and assists in 4 consecutive seasons, and the first woman in NCAA Division I history to have 3,800-plus points, 1,000-plus assists, and 950-plus rebounds during their career. Watching her was mind-blowing, so it's little surprise that LeBron James warned that she was an irreplaceable icon and even tweeted his support for her, even insinuating that she was bound to have strong haters, something he experienced too. If you don't rock with Caitlin Clark's game, you're just a flat-out hater. Stay far away from them, please, LeBron James tweeted. However, just as LeBron predicted, it didn't take long for those who were meant to lead her to turn against her and are still turning against her. WNBA animosity. Coming into the basketball league used to mean rookies getting embraced and guided by veterans in the league. However, that hasn't been the case with Caitlin Clark. So far, in her short WNBA career, she has had to face this.
And Clark. I mean, that's clear, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter.
This.
Her first ever game in the WNBA, forcing 10 turnovers. Right there, you see Jemele carrying.
And this.
Seattle, and all of a sudden, we're pretty close. This has been as close as it's been all second quarter long, 44.
Connecticut Sun star Dejanay Carrington didn't stop at flopping mockery. She even took it off court when she unprovoked tweeted, "Unfortunately for all you new fans, we do not just shut up and dribble here. You picked the wrong league." And later on, she questioned the 22-year-old rookie's silence despite being treated awfully. Dog, how can one not be bothered by their name being used to justify racism, bigotry, misogyny, xenophobia, homophobia, and the intersectionalities of all them is nuts? We all see that shit. We all have a platform. We all have a voice, and they all hold weight. Silence is a luxury, Carrington tweeted. Carrington isn't the only WNBA player to take it off court. Even Chicago Sky's Kennedy Carter, who shoved Caitlin, took a swipe at her, questioning what Clark brings to the table besides the ability to shoot three-pointers. Caitlin Clark has seen ESPN host Jemele Hill reduce her success and marketability to white privilege and her sexuality. TV host Sunny Hostin also echoed the same sentiment when she said, "Now Caitlin Clark is beginning this money, these sponsorships. We hope Into the League and other players will benefit from it. But I do think that she is more relatable to people because she's white, because she's attractive, and unfortunately, there still is that stigma against the LGBTQ+ community." When Caitlin Clark is not being subjected to blatant racism and sexism, she is also getting attacked by WNBA legends. Before the guard made it to the WNBA, Hall of Famer Cheryl Swoops ignorantly questioned the legitimacy of her scoring record in college.
Records are made and set to be broken. But if you're going to break a record, this isn't just for Caitlin, but you asked me about Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that that player set it.
Okay.
Right? So if Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years, well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year and then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year to break that record. So is it truly a broken record?
It doesn't even take much to find out that Caitlin Clark was in her 4th college year when she broke the all-time NCAA women's basketball scoring record, and interestingly, she did break it in fewer games than Kelsey Plum did. Later in the interview, Swoops also claimed Caitlin was 5 years older than her competition, so breaking those records had to be easy for her.
But let's also talk about how much more experience that gives you over other players coming in, right? So people say, dang, like he or she's killing them, but you have a 25-year-old playing against a 20-year-old. Like, you should be killing them. Because you've been doing it a lot longer than they have.
But Caitlin was just 22 in her final year of college. Another WNBA star, two-time WNBA MVP Breanna Stewart, also belittled Caitlin Clark's accomplishments when she claimed they are all for nothing since she has no title to her name.
So there's been this hot take debate about, do you need to have a championship for legacy when you talk about a women's college basketball player? You are the expert on this since you have 4.
Yeah.
Does Caitlin Clark need a championship to be considered one of the greats in women's college basketball history?
Yeah, she does. I think so. Because then you're gonna look 10 years back and you're gonna see all the records she's broken and the points and stuff like that. But anybody knows, your goal when you play college basketball is to win a national championship. So you need one.
The list of animosity among WNBA stars and legends towards Caitlin Clark seems to be on the rise. And surprisingly, a lot of NBA stars have since come to her defense, particularly LeBron James. NBA players come to her defense. If there's one player who understands what Caitlin Clark is experiencing right now, then it's definitely LeBron James, who came into the league straight from high school. Nevertheless, given what she's being put through, the NBA superstar came to her support when he called out the animosity the 22-year-old guard is facing.
I'm just kind of in this mode right now because I'm getting the same thing from watching my son, who's a 19-year-old, kind of getting a lot of animosity and hatred towards him when he's just a kid trying to live out his dream. There's a very small number of men and women that actually get to live out their dream of playing a professional sport. And we have grown-ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weirdest thing in the world, but it is what it is, and I'm glad that Caitlin has a great head on her shoulders.
NBA Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal also addressed the hatred and even called it professional jealousy.
Ratings are higher. They want to show out too.
You know what I call it? I call it stealing props. And I talk about this all the time, but when I use the J word, people are like, it's professional jealousy. Like, for example, if our podcast numbers are doing certain numbers and then a guy below us, oh, he's the best podcast ever, me and you're going to be like, what the f?
Yeah. We're going to sit in the lab and come up with some cool stuff.
That's what I'm saying, so.
Another Hall of Famer, Charles Barkley, called the WNBA players petty for how they've treated Caitlin Clark so far.
You women out there, y'all petty, man. Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world.
Oh, you are.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA. Don't be petty like dudes.
Former NBA star Jeff Teague also weighed in on the issue on his podcast, letting everyone know that the hate she has been getting is unnecessary.
Like, they played this all wrong, bro.
Terribly, bro.
They were supposed to gas this shit.
In fact, longtime UConn head coach Gino Auriemma, who has been a huge critic of Caitlin Clark's fans, had to finally admit that she is being unfairly treated by her fellow WNBA players. I don't remember when Jordan came into the NBA, guys looking to go out and beat him up, Auriemma said. I don't remember when Larry Bird and Magic Johnson came in the league and elevated the NBA. Them getting targeted and getting beat up just because of who they were and the attention they were getting. Why are you blaming that kid? It's not her fault because you would trade places with her in a minute, but you are not there. You're not her. So you're complaining that she's getting what she's getting, Auriemma said. In any case, it is a sad reality that this rookie has to face this much animosity despite LeBron warning us all. Nevertheless, we can only hope it doesn't get to her, so she can keep hooping because there's no denying Caitlin Clark is something more than just basketball. Anyway, some fans have shared their opinion on the Caitlin Clark drama, and according to one user's comments, it's comical how they want everyone to support the WNBA, but they can't even support a WNBA player who's bringing them views, which equals revenue. Another user commented, it's one thing for a rookie to get played hard, but to celebrate a flagrant foul shows a complete lack of character. If you enjoyed this video, the next video on your screen is worth your time.